up, and welcome to the show. Oh my God. This is an early weekend edition, not quite a Sunday fun day. I do have some news, but not too much news, some bloggy stuff, and as I indicated, this is a pre-funk, so it's not going to last too long. I'm probably going to head out around 7:15 my time, so this episode's going to be about an hour and a half. On the shorter side, I do have a bunch of stories, snack attacks, and a bunch of food news, both. I'm realizing, or did I just curate a bunch of food news because I did not eat a whole bunch today. I think all I ate is popcorn. That's on me. I think the Cha-Cha will still be serving food, so maybe I'll get some food while eating at the punk show. That's a little sus. The bands, again, Cha-Cha show doors open at 7, bands at 8. The bands are Masquerade and Cherub Chains, both of whom I believe I've seen before, but it's hard to tell because you see a lot of bands on a flyer, and then you're not sure which ones you missed and which ones you actually caught. But I know they've been on the roster of shows that I've been to, whether I've seen these two bands before. I know that I'm 100% sure, well, 99% certain they're both local. Local meaning the greater western Washington area, not necessarily Seattle. But again, that show is free. That's at the Cha-Cha. That's happening tonight. Also happening tonight, Portugal the Man is playing. Herb Albert is playing. Exhibit is playing with Warren G at the Angel of the Winds Casino. We will probably be playing all of those artists. But we are currently listening to Dog Shredder this is Boss Rhino off of the Boss Rhino EP. This is Portland's Dog Shredder. And this is off of 2011's Boss Rhino. I've never realized this logo, I don't know why I never really gave it much thought. It says made in China, but it's like inside an outline of the U.S. That is the name of the record label. I don't know whether the record was actually pressed, but Made in China is the name of the record label. I did end up going to the Bridge show last night. I'm not sure, again, speaking of not sure, so the bands were Schmoothound, The Indicted, Potbelly, Box Cutter, Done to Death, and The More, and I'm not sure which band I actually saw when I showed up around 9-ish. So the show was, I think it was supposed to start at 7, 8. There was only one band playing. There didn't seem like, if all those bands had played and they stayed, so either those bands played and then left, or this was the only band that showed up, or I don't know. There definitely wasn't any video shoot going on while I was, or maybe there was. Or maybe there was. There was a camera set. Okay. Maybe that was Potbelly. I don't know. I kept my distance, just in case. Yeah, I don't, but yeah, there were a handful of people. There really was a show under the bridge. I'm glad I pushed myself because I don't want to be like, it's cold, because it's literally only November and it's not. And also like, it's dark, because it is. I could have brought my pepper spray though. That's what I had to do it over again, because it is walking through a neighborhood where there are not a lot of pedestrians. And even though there are still a few businesses open, it still feels, I could have walked up on some shit if it hadn't been. That's what I was worried about. I was like, what if this isn't? Because I had not heard of any of these bands. I was like, what if it's like a, I don't know, like catch you out and jump you thing. And then, of course, Melt Banana played as part of Freak Out Fest. I'll be honest, I lost a lot of interest when I found out that tickets were $99, $98, $88 for one-day tickets. It was actually well over $200 for the 3-day festival. That's fine. A festival is a festival, but I don't know, $98, and there weren't that many other bands. It wasn't like it was an all-day thing. It was like Melt Banana and maybe like 2 supporting acts for $98. I love Melt Banana, but ooh. Oh yeah, no, Wine Lips and Chalk. It was 2 supporting acts. So as much as I had been talking up that up for months, once I saw the ticket prices, yeah, I mean this is the topic of 2025. I'm still going to shows, but it's starting to price me out. And as always, shout out to Do More E206. That is how I see a lot of the shows I do, for an economical price. Also playing last night at Baba Yaga was Clean Lives, from Seattle, Cheeks from Portland, and the Coolers from Tacoma. Curious how that show went. We are still listening to Dog Shredder, Boss Rhino off of Boss Rhino, about 2/3 of the way through the song. It's a 9-minute song, approximately. If you're finding this a little bit aggressive or challenging, don't worry, it's a front. I usually start off playing like really punk style. This is not an intentional, I admit it out loud, so I guess it is now the format. And then by the end, I'm playing like Rebecca Black and I love all spectrum of music, including pure pop. But as of right now, we're playing some punk, and I play mostly. Well, I don't know what do I play mostly. I would say the age group of the demographic of my regulars is about my age. Their music taste skews about mine does, but also, I've been playing some more blues and, 70s stuff. I don't know. But I take requests. Let me know what you want to listen to. Speaking of not an ad, I cleaned my fish tank. It's like I have this one that I had not used yet, so I'll be excited to be introducing Gigi to her new fish tank tomorrow. I'll be doing that on camera, not necessarily on the live stream, but I will film that. I cleaned my toilet, which for people who know me, it takes a lot. That is not a regular occurrence. That is it has to get fairly filthy, even if I do have company coming. But if I live alone and don't have company coming, as has been my practice for the last year or so, I'm just that recluse on the hill now. This is the part where I start to wonder if it is the wrong speed, but I don't believe it is. But no, okay, CLR works. It worked on the lime, a pretty significant lime buildup on the plastic, so glass is easier to clean than plastic. Plastic fish tank, and then on the porcelain of my toilet. This is not an ad, but I was like, wow, that worked. I broke down and bought a new phone. Mine is just, you can't even use the touchscreen anymore. Like I had a rage moment, and It's been working, but it's slowly falling apart, and so I want to order one before it completely stops. But I do still want to fix it because I loved my phone, and I will still use it keep it as a backup / second phone. I dyed my hair. You probably can't tell, but it's pink in the front, and blue in the back. I did a custom green because I just mixed some blue with some yellow because I'm running low on the regular electric lizard, which is the green that I normally. That's that like chartreusey sort of neonish green that I love. And the color I mixed didn't look like that in the jar, but it actually came out a lot like that in my hair. And then I did just like blue tips, but I did it pretty. It's going to be blue for a minute. I have a colleague who, I think when she started, we were both blue, but I gravitated to pink both because I gravitated to pink, and I like blue because blue lasts a long time. When you dye your hair blue, it lasts a long time. The point being, Bye Bye Recession Blonde, as I'd liked that. I'd liked the sort of dirty, yeah, something about that just felt right for the times. I just feel defeated, washed out, etc., and that just felt right. And yet, this is going to be my last time dyeing my hair. I did videotape it. You can see them. Yeah, okay. Anyway, cord management issues. This is this is something by Huggy Bear off of Our Troubled Youth, which is a split with this is Aqua Girl Star by Huggy Bear. Off of the split with Bikini Kill. Our Troubled Youth. Bikini Kill's side is titled Yeah, 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 Yeah. So seriously, I'm going to need one or two of you to stop subscribing. We are dangerous. I was joking about it when I said, hey, I need someone to unsubscribe because we were at like $3.99 before, and then someone did, and then someone else did, and I was down to $3.97, but now we're back up to $3.99 again. So, again, you know what happens when we hit 400. No, nothing. Absolutely nothing happens. But it's just an ongoing joke because other content creators commonly beg for views. I've been on the air for 14 years. I don't need to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't necessarily genuinely want or need more viewers than I have now. That being said, I don't want to sound ungrateful. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing to the people who do. But don't feel obligated. That is always disclaimer number one. As we move into the new disclaimer number two, opinions I express are purely my own. Does this sound like the right speed? It's not. Okay. Nope. No, it was. Okay. When neither speed sounds right, ooh. We're going to tell from the Bikini Kill side because I know her voice. I mean, they both sound right to me, though that sounds a little bit more right now. Does it say anywhere on... Let's see. clear core for the clear core. All right, I'm gonna go.
It looks like a man and a woman.
I was right the first time. Okay. Well, I liked it at both speeds, so it doesn't matter. This is not a test by Bikini Kill. Me too. Followed by Don't Need You, and then I'll play one more Huggy Bear at the right key. And like I said, yeah, no, the stories that I choose are not, are not neutral. They're influenced by my own opinions and what I find interesting and important. Also, just what the algorithm randomly serves me up. What is now increasingly in the United States being enforced upon us. But yeah, no, because it's the weekend edition, thankfully I don't have too much national or cardboard chewing news, but I have a couple items. And yeah, I am not a journalist. I'm neither a professional nor amateur journalist. I am an opinion. These are opinions. This is commentary. And I try to cite my sources, but you should get no one should get their news from me. I should definitely not be anyone's only or primary source of information. But all that being said, these are some of the headlines I'm catching or whatever. Yeah, no, again, not so much headlines, mostly social media stuff. A lot of stuff about food. You've been warned. But yeah, no. Well, this is food news, but it's most depressing kind. Trump pauses SNAP after a judge gives him the right to do so. Full benefits, and now the USDA is actually threatening states that they will withhold administrative funds if they fully fund. If they actually, and again, they could just fund it. That would be the right thing. They could end the shutdown. Lots of things could be the right thing to do. None of them are being done, and just note that. Please Don't Need You by Bikini Kill. Off of their split with Huggy Bear. And then the other main headline that's, more than 2,000 flights have been canceled as of Saturday. Originally that number was 1,000, but it was updated to 2,000 by the end of the day. I think Seattle Times reporting that. I'm yelling over Kathleen here. Back to Huggy Bear. Let's play something at the right. This is T-shirt. I think. Let's find out. Okay, see, that definitely just sounds like the right speed. And that definitely sounds like Huggy Bear. Meanwhile, according to my dad, who is a pretty reliable source, he gets his sources from things like mostly New York Times and New York Post. So take that what you will. We have a New York Times story that, oh, we're not even talking. Yeah, that should have been the headline. Let's all fuck over women in society. Like, that's actually what we're talking about tonight. That's okay. That's our top cardboard chewing story. But that just went on all weekend. But yeah, no. Apparently, air traffic, and again, food news, kind of. Air traffic controllers are working, but not getting paid. So to pay their bills, they're taking side jobs as, among other things, food delivery, gig workers, those kinds of things. Air traffic controllers are high stress enough, and if I understand how their shifts work, they work long enough hours as it is. You don't want, did you ever see, what is that movie? I want to say John Cusack and Billy Bob Thornton, am I making that up? What is that movie? Alright. Hi, Boop. You can jump up. See, and then this doesn't sound like the right speed it is. But it is. You're not going to fool me so easily, Huggy Bear. Wait, what's the opposite of a falsetto? Is there such a thing? There has to be such a thing. What's it called? When you sing more deeply than your natural register. Okay, sorry. New curiosity unlocked, and I don't have my phone here. Normally I just do all the research, but I love your kisses as much as I love your nussy. I love to show off his little nussy. Okay, he won't let me. He's self-conscious about it now. I've made too much fun of it. But yeah, you don't want your air traffic controller. And then in other air news, I don't think they're really giving away free flight. Yeah, I don't think the Christy Nomad, does she get paid for those ads? Those ICE deportation ads that start with a heavily tattooed guy because we're just doing that? Yeah, like, we're racial profiling in the streets, so why wouldn't we do so on television? Also, in Trump's "We Speak English Only America," they paid someone to have that translated. Just saying. Oh, but I guess no. The reason I brought it up is because they run that ad a lot, and I really think like Audi of Northwest, and like, do you know that your ads run alongside? This is on Tubi, this is on Roku, or alongside these like horrible ICE ads that are like total lies because under Donald Trump you don't follow the law. ICE doesn't follow the law. ICE admitted under oath that they didn't follow the law, that he lied about the So, continuing to run these ads is cynical and just hypocritical, but whatever. Anyway, ICE apparently is going to use bounty hunters. I don't know how this is new news. They were trying to hire bounty hunters, but I guess they didn't were successful, so now they're just going to give confidential government information to bounty hunters in batches is the new plan, and just contract with bounty hunters, like per head. I really feel like Huggy Bear is fucking with me. This is Snap with the power. Yeah, because someone has the power to feed children or not, and just look what they do with it. But yeah, no. I'm curious how much furor and outrage over missed vacation flights is going to eclipse hungry children. Food banks are running out of food, by the way. I mean, and reporting the same people who are donating are now coming to pick up food, which I'm not quite there yet, only because I have a pantry that I need to get through like before it expires, and then like yeah, I just did my inventory pantry. I've had to do some cleaning house because I've had to make space for. I just had to make space in my house before I can take on another project. And you know, and that's actually going pretty well. And yeah, no, I brought my winter clothes up and put away some summer stuff. Yeah, no, I had a productive weekend. I'm feeling good. No naps. And again, that's not bragging. When I nap, I brag about that. That's when I brag. I took a nap. But yeah, no, I did no nap this weekend.
With my voice so smooth the match off the microphone that I am holding. Copywritten lyrics so they can't be stolen if they all snap. Don't need the police to try to save them. Your voice will sing. So please stay off my back or I will attack. And you don't want that.
This is the album version, and it's missing like you hear it. It's missing the like. I'm gonna play "Oops" upside the head though. All right, that's it. But that guitar riff plays during the chorus too, right? I mean, this is the chorus. Okay. I mean the verses. What? Okay. So again, on the dad show that I do with the show I do with my dad, we talked about, but I don't know if I don't want to say that show's on hiatus for sure. But yeah, no, in the current climate. Yeah, well, I continue to be outspoken, and actually, I probably have less job security than my dad. Although I work for an organization that I genuinely believe has my back. If it came down to me or the health of the organization, they would pick the health of the organization without a second thought, and that's understandable. My dad, I think, has more job security, but again, he's older, he needs his insurance. He should be retired. He should be retiring. He's thinking about it. He's talking about it. But for now, he continues to work, needs to, and I don't want to jeopardize that because he says some outspoken things. I say some outspoken things, but I also temper it with caution of someone who, yeah, he says some outspoken things. In any event, we were talking about how women voted overwhelmingly in New York. Virginia for that governor's race for New York City for Mamdani, Virginia the governor's race, and then in California the redistricting proposal that won by a landslide. Women voted like in various races, like somewhere anywhere from 60 to 80% like of women voted, like high female turnover. Predictably, the next day, what was trending on X? Repeal the 19. Because that's what they're scared of. And keep in mind, that was MAGA women too. It's not just the men, but MAGA women were in on that and saying, yeah, I don't deserve the right to vote. I would happily give up my right to vote if that would cancel out the votes of those, because And they want to go back to a thing where a man's vote counts for the household, including children. So they want children to vote, but this is practically like slavery, like when a man's vote counted for their slaves. That's what the Three-Fifths Compromise was about. It wasn't about what people think it was about. Which is to say, it wasn't about... Okay, no, I always have to break it down if we're going to mention it. The Three-Fifths Compromise wasn't about Southern racists thinking black people weren't as good as a white person, so they only counted as three-fifths, which is how people kind of like understand. In fact, I think that's even how it was taught to me. It was actually the compromise that was made between Southerners and Northerners. Southerners would have been happy for black people to fully count 100%. They wouldn't have the vote, but every single slave could be counted, and then their slave master could vote on their behalf, because that's what happened. The compromise between Northerners was like, wait. We think black people are only 3/5 of human beings. No, what they were saying was, they don't even get a vote. You're voting on their behalf. We don't think that should count as much as an individual voting for themselves. Prior to women's voting, men's votes didn't count for their wives as well, though. Anyway, I'm just trying to... but they would love to make that the case, and their children. I would love to see children vote. I think you should have to take a knowledgeability test of general civics as well as the particulars of this particular race before you can vote, and anyone is eligible at any age. That would be my... Is oops up? Oh my God! And then the New York Times article, which I will hope will go down in history as an infamous New York Times article, because I can't. So they already had to change the headline due to fallout. The original, and I don't know why the new headline is even better, but I guess there was a third headline in the middle that I missed. But New York Times, did liberal feminism ruin the workplace, and can conservative feminism fix it? First of all, people are like, what is conservative feminism? That's an oxymoron. Second of all, they changed it to, did women ruin the workplace? I don't know what they thought was better in between, and I don't know why, did women ruin the workplace? Question mark. It's an opinion piece, and they publish across a broad spectrum of opinions. But do women belong in the workplace isn't an opinion. That's bias. That's like obvious, and that we used to be able to recognize that. Seriously, like, no, do you know what ruins the workplace? Patriarchy. And that's what has always and continues to ruin the workplace. I was thinking, so I work for an organization that has, at last count, it is 89% female, 10% male, and 1% non-binary. That's me. But for real, like, it's... almost everywhere I've worked intentionally has been run by women. In the few cases that it wasn't, there was some kind of corruption going on. I don't know how to say that another way. Galisteo News was a great place to work, but the owner Galisteo News had a male owner and had some issues. Old Santa Fe Bookstore and Bistro, fuck you, Randy, I'm sorry, I'll just say it. It showed favoritism openly, and it played out in how you experience the workplace. Like, his favoritism as a leader played out in how you experience the workplace. I would say, favoritism and bias. But I also, I could tell he didn't like, it was one of those things where, so I guess, I've now learned in hindsight of 2020, they were desperate. A restaurant, and given other people I've learned in the interim who they hired, yeah, they were just desperate. I could tell he didn't like me during the interview, but he hired me anyway. That was one of several, but not every. Well, Caro's was a split of male and female managers, and actually sometimes the females could be bee-busters more than the males. Wild Oats, run by men, and very well. And yeah, no, Wild Oats ended up getting absorbed by Whole Foods as a chain of natural grocery stores started in Colorado, ended up getting absorbed by Whole Foods. Eventually, they kept them running as Wild Oats for a while, and then stopped, and now they're just Whole Foods or don't exist or whatever. And that's a loss for the world, because that was a great, separate, completely distinct, non-Amazonian. Well, I'm glad there aren't Wild Oats by Amazon, so I'm glad they just made them go away rather than trying to pretend that they are what they are. Caro's also, as far as I can tell, don't exist anymore. So we talked about the crash out over women's votes and how women voted overwhelmingly. We talked about the crash out. The New York Times, I don't know what they think they're doing. A guy loses 7 straight great games and blames women. Women are ruining gaming. The expected pylon joins the party. And then this whole discourse around women throwing games. But the examples that they all used were, and this is not my reporting, and I wish I'd written down the influencer, the creator who talked about this. The examples that they used were all women who were provoked by slurs over. So first of all, one reason I'm not a gamer, and especially not a put on a headset and start talking to other people, the slurs, an environment where, the fact that, I guess this is where we are as a society, the fact that the corporations make their millions and have mainstream on the stock market respectability, but in their it's not 4chan, it's not 18 when there's no, it's practically you can't even find out who the who is, it's all anonymous, but it's these are corporations with boards and whatnot, and yet in their thing you got adults saying swears and slurs to children, you got children obviously saying swears and slurs to each other, saying swears and slurs to adults, but all of them, and all of it fosters an environment where they say explicitly, we're more okay with this than making an inclusive environment. We are less worried about gay players, female players, whatever. And the female players who do just brave that environment, more power to you. The gay players who brave that environment, more power to you. There are definitely areas and elements of my life where I expose myself to those people, but not in an environment where I'm just supposed to accept it, and if I say something, I'm the one who's in the wrong, because those are the norms of that environment. And that's why I will never truly be a gamer. Study, video game losers are more likely to harass women. That just feels, that correlation feels, yeah. Which is to say, and again, same content creator, all the guys who pile onto the discourse of women are ruining gaming, they'll sound like a bunch of losers. Literally, because those are the ones who harass women. And she was talking from her own experience that actually the higher she gets on the leaderboard, the more harassment she gets, and that doesn't feel coincidental. This is S with We Are Not Friends. Oh, wait. Motherfucker. This is S with a song. I don't know what side this is. These labels are, okay. Artsy but non-informative. See if I can. In this lighting, I can't read the whatever. I don't know what it's called, but there's a name for it. The etching that tells you. Oh, wait. I found it. Oh, it's B-side. Okay, I'm on the B-side. I'm going to take a chance and say, let's find out. And actually, I might label this. Zoom recognized that as like a raised hand. Oh, and then Joel Rubin, a pastor who calls women hoes, and again, but sincerely, he calls them wicked, and specifically because they vote for T slurs, like of all the things that you would call women wicked for. But literally, it is a pastor who from the pulpit preaches that women are wicked. Actually, he wasn't on the pulpit, he was on a talk show, but still, that's his genuine belief. And he has female followers. Like he's a mega church pastor, as far as I can tell. And this is the crazy narrative I've heard twice in the same weekend, and I'm like, oh, and yeah, to me it's new, but I'm like, oh, this is how they think. He's talked about liberal women who don't abort their children are giving them up at 1 year old, and I was like, what does he mean by that? Like, does he think that there's a significant? No, he's talking about childcare. Childcare is now giving your children up. So again, we're going to extend that. Childcare is like birth to 5. And that's an easy sell. Like when you're talking about a 3-month-old baby, that would probably blow his mind to know people take their kids to childcare much younger than 1 year old, by the way. In my state, there's no legal requirement, though I don't know. Maybe it is a month. I don't know of anyone who takes infants younger than a month, because anyone younger than that, their immune system, anyway. 6 weeks typically, and then 3 months even more typically is when many infant programs start. But anyone who's appalled to hear that would be happy to know infant programs are struggling. That used to be the most reliable. Like women get back to work, and our society has, for a variety of reasons, shifted. At least here in Washington, part of it is an actual amazing amount of leave, both for any partner, regardless of gender, that allows people to cobble together more than a couple months of care for their children without having to go back to work right away, and that's great. But that's actually impacting child care. But my point isn't even about child care. It's about I'm going to play this out, whatever it is. They're going to extend that. Giving your children up at 5 years old, giving your children up for high school, giving your children up when they go to college, like they can extend that for, at some point they will. Sending your child to college is abuse. Like that will be their story, and you'll be like, wait, weren't you the ones of let them grow up? Anyway. Whatever the narrative must fit the need, not the other way around. And then, of course, we've already reported on the horrible story. Yeah, okay. We have mostly chewed the cardboard. The horrible story of a teacher being pulled out, detained by ICE in front of the students. What I didn't realize was, what I didn't connect with is that's a private facility, and they went in anyway. First they chased her around the parking lot, then she went inside, and they went in anyway. They chased her inside. They didn't care. And it's on video of them inside and dragging her out. So I don't think those printed private spaces signs are going to cut it. According to Hannah Krieg and the Burner, only 4,000 votes separate Katie Wilson from Bruce Harrell. There's a portal to make sure your vote counted. I'm going to check that out. I just realized she panders a little bit to an audience that isn't me. Like her condom joke fell flat with me. But again, I'm not I'm sex positive, even though I am asexual and not interested in what she's peddling. But yeah, no. Can I just get the news without that? Also, me in a tube top delivering the news. Yeah, no. I'm not judging. I'm just saying we all pander sometimes, I guess, is my point. Anyway, apparently 2,000 ballots with signature issues. So, I mean, even after Harrell declares, which he will the soonest he can, even if it's not true. All right, I'm not sure what this is, but it's something by Warren G. Let's enjoy. Oh, this is recognized. All right. Off of Regulate, G-Funk Era. Again, Warren G is playing with Exhibit at the Angel of the Wind Casino tonight. David Dinkins was a Democratic Socialist. I don't remember that at all. Like, I asked my dad about that. He didn't remember that at all. I did. It's just... Boston Museum returns 2 works of art, pottery to the descendants of enslaved people, of the enslaved man who made them. That's slightly better news. Meanwhile, according to the Houston Chronicle, after Greg Abbott, or the Department of Transportation in Texas, took down the Rainbow Crosswalk. Houstonians are putting rainbow up everywhere as murals. They're wrapping rainbows around the signs. They're painting sidewalks. They're signposts. They're rainbows, rainbows, rainbows. So. This does not have, well, it has G-Funk energy. This definitely doesn't have pre-funk energy. Do I seem like I have the energy to go out to a show? Because I don't feel like I have the energy to go out to it. I mean, it's a Sunday. I should probably just stay home and go to bed. I didn't take a nap. Yeah, last weekend I took a 5-hour nap and then still slept all night. Should I not take a nap and then go out? That probably doesn't seem prudent, but... again, food news. CNN is recording CNN, the baguette, which UNESCO declared heritage status in 2022, and there were celebrations and classic pictures of kids running with baguettes and like people holding up their baguettes, and it was like the French, and they were all so excited. I actually missed that, but that's okay. Oh shit, what was the other thing I missed completely, but actually was kind of glad I did? Well, I'm probably glad I forgot, because I was glad I missed it. In any event, the French continue to decrease their consumption of bread down to like a quarter of a baguette a day now. So, and then people are like mourning that. They're like, oh no, the baguette's going to go away. I think we're good, but... I think we talked about, so last I had heard that person who was doing the, and I wish I caught her name, and I'm going to do better about, but yeah, no, this is in like viral moments news. She's using a recording of a crying baby in the background, calling churches and asking for baby formula. Last I had heard it was 26 yeses and 26 no's and 1 yes, and the only yes was from the Islamic Center in Charlotte. And she was shocked, though, if you actually know Muslim people. And even people reporting this were like, I think it was a Buddhist temple. Yeah, you still can't believe. And that it was no questions asked. That literally they were like, yeah, we can help you. What kind of formula do you need? No, are you in Charlotte? Yes. What kind of formula do you need? And then that was it. And they were like, we can do that. And that was it. That was all the questions they had to ask. And then to explain, it's just a test. In any event, last I heard, now it's up to 29 no's and 9 yeses. But how many of those yeses are now because they know? You've already gone viral, girl. I think the experiment's over. But yeah, you should have ended it with the.
players and hustlers, welcome to the 1994 Draft! Yeah, what's up, guys?
This is the 1994 Ho Draft.
And I can tell you today that, fellas, that we got a very, very good draft for y'all. We got ladies like Kim, the keeper, straight from Southgate. We got Tammy, she too young right now, but that's all right, bitch.
And yet,
Okay.
Death Row Records introduced, actually, this isn't Death Row. What is this? Oh, this is Def Jam.
They never spoke your fat either, bitch. Also, we got Amy, that jaw-jacking bitch from the west side. Long Beach, y'all know. Just be talking like this.
Yeah, despite songs like this, the this is 1994 Ho Draft by Warren G.
AKA Yeasty, Wonder Bread, or Flame On, her junior high name. And she had Calico.
This is Green Peppers by Herb Alpert, who is also playing tonight. I can't remember where. I'm probably going to guess just Dimitri's Alley or... If you're interested in seeing Herb Alpert, you can just look it up. Playing tonight, and I believe, and the Tijuana Brass. Green Peppers. Also, viral moments happening. I think this is happening mostly on Threads. Stickergate 2025. Someone who makes stickers. Oh, also the Don't Stop Frog stickers are now being sold by a different person. The person who is selling the soap has bowed out just because he got too much, and so now you can buy those. You can buy those stickers from Citizen Ruth. You look it up. They're a Portland card, stickers, mugs company. AM Records. I'm sorry. This feels a little bit like the Penguins. This is Exhibit with... Oh. This is My Name featuring Eminem and Nate Dogg. I might play a regular... Okay. Because you can't play Warren G without playing Regulate. I might play a Regulate remix at some point, but we'll see. But right now, this is Exhibit with... Oh. Choke me, spank me, pull my hair. I had a different song planned, but yeah, we're just going to go with that. They have a skit called Paul. Like how Paul gets around. Okay.
Girls, and nobody third from you, nobody third from the girls. So if you get around to it and you think maybe it's a good idea, how about you give me a call and let me know what the fuck's going on. Thanks.
End of message.
Cinnamon, what it tastes, that honey, it ain't funny what you want.
exhibit playing tonight at the Angel of the Wind Casino. If anyone wants to pick me up, that would be my pick of the evening. Actually, no offense to Cherub Chains and Mass Grief, who I'm going to see shortly, but in any event, this sticker gate, basically cosplaying as a MAGA victim. Oh, all my leftist stickers are being, and then it turned out like it was all fake. Like all the screenshots, all the comments, it was all fake. It was all just for clicks and views. And then after they got caught, they were like, I'm not a scammer. And it's like, no, that is literally the definition of a scammer. You used sympathy that was not valid to create a situation that other people actually experience. And again, I don't know the race of this content creator, but I'm just going to go ahead and say yeah, I think you might be a scammer. You might not believe you are. You might not self-identify as a scammer. Slater Kinney cosplaying as the Ramones for Halloween, playing the Blitzkrieg Bop. That video, you can find that online. That made my day. It might make yours. Heartwarming. Soundgarden inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I was gonna grab some No, I'm not. Because it's featuring Snoop Dogg, and we don't do that anymore. Fuck you, Snoop Dogg. And I don't care that you co-signed with Glad and put out a song with a guy, and it's all good now, because I'm sorry. You don't get to be a grandfather with grandkids. You actually raised whole ass kids with that fucked up attitude. You don't get to be a grandfather with now and now be like, we're learning and growing, and real gangsters take care of each other. Whatever the fuck you're trying to fuck you, Snoop Dogg. I'm sorry. Fuck you, Snoop Dogg. Fuck you, Target. Fuck you, Disney. Like, you don't get to like, oh, we've learned our lesson. The lessons were learned. The lessons had been learned. If you unlearned them, you don't get to learn them again in public. Like, go learn them privately and then be a private citizen who has learned them, but you're done with my dollar. As far as I'm concerned, and again, I don't get to decide cancel culture, because if I did, you wouldn't even believe what wouldn't exist in this society anymore. Most of it. No Chick-fil-A, no Targets, no Best Buy, no, which I just bought from today. I bought a screensaver and a screen protector in a case. Well, actually, Best Buy might, they're not evil, but no Home Depot, no Lowe's, no True Value, no. You're like, wait, do I have any options? Ace would be your option, and then local hardware stores. And if you don't have one, that would be an incentive for them to make one. Imagine local hardware stores run by craftspeople who actually care about the tools and the materials and the projects that were created. No more Amazon, obviously, any of it. No more Amazon Web Services to take out half the internet. No more Whole Foods. No more any of it. No more any of that. No more Netflix. No more. If I had one wish, it's a compound wish. It's one of those if I 99 wishes wish, but it would be take out corporate America and billionaires. Let's just start there. That would be my wish. And I don't mean take out violently. I mean just make it all go away. Excuse me. Okay, because I mentioned Soundgarden, I have to play Soundgarden, or at least Chris Cornell. Oh, this is Soundgarden with Birth Ritual Live, off of Single Soundtrack Volume 2. This is like all the songs that weren't on the original one. Ain't Like That by Alice in Chains is the end of Ain't Like That. And I'm pretty sure I have a friend Cue musicians. Plain White T's on tour with We the Kings. Yet another band skipping not just Seattle but the entire Northwest. They're playing LA and San Francisco. They're playing LA and San Francisco, and then they're just heading straight to Indiana. Actually, as I look it up, I was like, wait, LA, San Francisco to Indiana is very specific. Are you from Indiana? No, they're from Lombard, Illinois, but yeah, I guess, they're playing LA, San Francisco, and then closing out the tour in Wabash and Jasper, Indiana. 5 years of Ariana Grande's Positions, for anyone who cares about that. We are into entertainment news. This Must Be the Place is a Talking Head song off of Stop Making Sense. It's been trending. It's just as a sound I'm noticing. Gummy Bar 2025 Remix Contest. Mr. Gummy Bar or Gummy Bear. I don't know why that's exciting to me. And new segment titled Fun Surprising Facts. These are facts that are both fun and unsurprising. The final design for Freddy Krueger's makeup was based on pepperoni pizza. The original design, of course, was based on actual burn victims, and that's very famous. Robert Englund was shown burn victims, like, and they're like, yeah, no, this is what we're going to make you look like. And he's like, okay. But the makeup artist basically sculpted Freddy's face in pepperoni pizza the night before. That's how they actually came up with the, like, okay, burns are how is the goal. How am I going to actually do it? And again, this is fun, surprising fact because it confirms what we all know. Which Freddy movie did they actually, like, do, like, pizza? Like, I want to say it was Freddy versus Jason, but I could be wrong. And then, of course, if I think about pizza and special effects, I just think of Pizza the Hut. I watched the trailer for Predator Badlands. That looks pretty fucking sick, just saying. This is according to World of Real. I don't know what that is. Francis Ford Coppola says he's broke and he's selling $1.8 million island and a $1 million gold watch. That's I just like the dichotomy of that. For $2 million you can buy an island, but for $1 million you can buy a watch. Like, what are your priorities? Also, you own a $1 million watch in it, at least one, and actually, that one is verified. I don't know what World of Real is, but the watch collection, it's not just that one. It's a watch that ranges from like $3,000 or $4,000 in value to the estimated $1 million watch, but it's an auction, so we'll see what it actually sells for. Francis Ford Coppola is selling stuff, is being widely reported. I don't know if he's actually broke, or his definition of broke would meet yours or mine. Again, that was Birth Ritual live by Soundgarden off of the Singles Soundtrack Volume 2. This is Feel It Still by Portugal the Man. They are playing tonight. I was going to say at, and then I don't know where, so, but look it up. sound wrong because my record player is like it's slowing down. Captain Flop. This is happening this week. A King of Kong screaming at Europa Gallery. That's... Oh, I looked it up, but I forgot. Steve Rybell will be there. This is November 11th. There will be a physical media swap and an opportunity to play Donkey Kong. Wild Wildlife by the Talking Heads. Ticketmaster business. Man, uh-oh. Well, I guess those are the Europa Gallery in New York. Oh, I've been here. Oh, I know exactly where this is. It's Pioneer Square. 401 Second. I've been here. Okay. They once hosted in their alley, I want to say Super Crush. During an art walk. I'm not even screen sharing. Okay. Check out Mr. Businessman. Oh, oh. Oh, they do weddings. on November 13th. Again, I know it is Red Cup Day, and if you happen to still, Starbucks will be definitely gone. Alibaba. By the way, Amazon and Alibaba have glass bears, for those who need to know that. So does Dollar Tree from time to time, though not necessarily right now. On November 13th, it is Red Cup Day, but it's also Red Cup Resistance. It doesn't look like they're going to sign that contract, so support your barista. People like us. Wrestle. Conscience. Wrestle. Check out Mr. Business. I don't know why that. Even when I was a kid, I know who I thought Mr. Businessman was or what that. I guess my dad. Oh my God, my heart belongs to. Okay, fuck. My heart belongs to Daddy. Herb Alpert. This isn't what I was gonna. The only version of this I know is from Baby Jane. Whatever happened to Baby Jane? And it's so creepy that like. This is Blue Skies. Sounds a lot like Blue Skies. It doesn't sound like My Heart Belongs to Daddy, but this is Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass. I was gonna play Brasilia, but Cat's Eye are playing the Wamu Theater December 9th. Balloon Glow is happening at Green Lake. December balloons. December 13th at 5:30. Well, 5:30 is when they're estimating the balloons will ascend. They will start inflating around 4:30, which will already be in the dark, by the way. Well, it's already in the dark now. Thanks, Daylight Savings Time. Friday, January 9th, Bones, Thugs, and Harmony will be at the Crocodile. And then, the first game, I'm sorry, this should have been, this is out of order. Yeah, the first game of the new Pacific Women's Hockey League team, which is now named the Torrent. I know a hockey fan who literally said, I prefer this call them as PWHL Seattle. I have no problem with the Torrent, Rain, Storm. It fits. I have no problem with that. The name, the logo looks like it was created by someone who was paid actually $5 on Fiverr and then just used AI. Like, I have no problem with the name as much as the logo. But their first game will be November 15th against Vancouver team. I don't know what their name is. Right? Is that their first game? My bad. Hi, Carmsy. I'll come and say hi. Are you gonna help me out while we're gonna close out with. He's trying to do the paw trick. Just like I will look you in the eyes and put my paw on your arm very decidedly, and then you can't move. I'm unfortunately I still can. All right, I don't think I've played this before, but let's find out. This is Regulate, Warren G, Regulate, Destructo, and Wax Motif Remix. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being you. Boop, boop. No, no.
Just hit the east side of the LBC. Listen, trying to find Mr. Warren G. Sing a call full of girls, ain't no need to plead. Girl, you won't go with something till I'm ready.